This guy just destroyed evolution. Watch this.
So first, I just want to complain about this type of video, and I feel bad putting this type of video in my videos because these are the low effort, low value, just one guy responding to someone else's, just their faces on screen for someone else's content while it plays. I don't love that, but some of these get millions of views, and they, of course, they don't link to the original video like I do in all my videos. I link to the original, so you can go look at that directly. Also, I just want to note that this video is kind of weirdly edited, and that's on him, not on me. But I thought it was still worth addressing. And let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Maybe you love this kind of video where people just nod their head. Maybe that's great.
Evolution is based on four major ideas. None of them have ever been absorbed. Number one, that life comes from non-life. We have
Well, no. I mean, evolution, four ideas. I don't even know what the four ideas would be. Evolution is basically descent with modification and common ancestry and natural selection. I guess that's three things, three basic core pillars, not four. The first one of the pillars is definitely not that life began from non-life or whatever it was he just said, because again, you can be, just like we talked about, you can absolutely be a Christian, you can be a believer in any kind of religion, and think that your God started the life, gave the first life, and then evolution is the study of everything that happened after life existed. So we've said this millions of, maybe not millions. That's an exaggeration. We've said this a lot of times, and you'd think that young Earth creationists would eventually figure out that, yeah, abiogenesis is not part of the theory of evolution, but they need it to be because it's the thing they want to be upset about.
not one single example of life coming from non-life. Number two,
I guess that depends on how you define life. Of course, it's my understanding. I am not a scientist. I used to believe that the Earth was 6,000 years old not too long ago, so don't take my science knowledge as to the bank, as it were. But life, it's a gradient really between chemistry and biology. There's a whole gradient of organic chemistry and anything carbon based is kind of considered, organic. And in there's all kinds of things, and we've definitely seen amino acids and RNA and other kind of things, emerge out of these things. So they may not be life the way we recognize it and the way you want to put on display, but we understand how some of these processes work, even though we don't have all the answers.
that all the life forms that we have today came from single cell life forms.
That's not really part of it. We don't insist that, I guess we kind of do. We would say that there's a universal common ancestor for all life that exists on Earth, and that probably would have been some kind of single-celled type system. So sure. All right, I'll let you get away with that. Where are you going?
People do not know that while we do have single cell life forms that we call bacteria, we have no 2-cell life forms. We don't have 3-cell life forms. We don't have 4-cell life forms. We don't even have 5-cell life forms. That is, we go from single cell bacteria to complex life forms. So there's no evidence that all life comes from single cell life forms.
Well, I guess is this a transitionary fossil type argument that if we don't have every single step, that if we don't have an example frozen of every single step in the way that's the only kind of proof you would accept? If so, yeah, you're going to have a hard time with a lot of things. Obviously, things like single cells are not well preserved in the fossil record, because what would a fossil of a 4-celled organism look like exactly? You would never notice it. So that's weird. And then to say that, well, all the 4-celled organisms, if they don't still exist today, they couldn't have existed. Like, that's weird. You would acknowledge that that some species have gone extinct, right? Like, even if you accept young Earth creationism, some animals don't still exist today that used to exist. So you can't tell me that there was never a 4-cell organism. The fact that many more cells is better than the 1 cell works. And then it is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There are some organisms that have, it's my understanding that there are some organisms that have like hundreds of cells, that there's some, is that good enough? Or do you have to have, humans have, it's my understanding human male has around 30 trillion cells. So to accept evolution, do you need an example of every increment? Is number of cells the thing for you, that we would need to see a 100-cell and 1,000-cell and a 1,001-cell and 1,002-cell? That's not really how this all works, my friend. So don't know what you're expecting. These are not great points so far.
The third part of evolution is that time and chance drive this shape forward. Of course, then time works.
Time and chance, the postulate is that time and chance move evolution forward. Well, time moves everything forward. Chance is a factor in evolution in that mutations are by chance, but natural selection is the counterbalance to the chance part, right? So chance gives us what's on the menu per se, which things have an opportunity to get introduced into the gene pool, and survival is the thing. But the ability to pass that on, the advantage of passing that on to the next generation is what keeps it there, if it's worth keeping there. So, yeah, no, and yes, Maze's Dragon. That's a good question. Like, what's with this music? This music is driving me crazy. Didn't notice it as much before. But yeah, the music is way overpowering of his points. I think it's supposed to make us feel a certain way. It's supposed to make us feel like it's a epic battle going on here that this guy's about to win, apparently.
Against evolution. The chance of one simple and 100 protein coming together by accident this is a very big number. China.
Okay, so no one suggests that proteins or DNA strands or anything come together by accident. We don't suggest that amino acids were driving down the street and they collided and it's like, boom, oh, oops, they accidentally, that's it. No, because again, with the natural selection part, when you get into, as soon as something is self-replicating, there is a chance element of what the mutations will be, but which ones are kept is absolutely not chance, it's fitness. So yeah, we don't think that it's amino acids or, deoxyribonucleic acids driving down the street, just, bumping into each other and that makes a line and that happens to be a meaningful strand of DNA. No, that's not what we think.
Chance make evolution absolutely impossible.
Well, and if you believe creation points
All right, dude. No. Okay, I'll let this play.
to a creator and you believe in God, type amen in the comments and follow and subscribe for more.
Okay, so dude, your whole video here was you watching someone else make terrible points about evolution, and you left in the part where he says there's 4 pillars of evolution, and you kept in the part where you tell everyone to subscribe to your channel where you watch other people's videos apparently, but you left out his 4th point. You gave us only 3 points. Now I will never know what his 4th point was. Maybe that would have destroyed evolution. I don't know. That video, it promised to destroy evolution, and here it is, still an idea. Oh well. Evolution not destroyed tonight, folks.